Riverbend Awareness Project.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast episode are solely those of the individuals participating and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Riverbend Media Group or the Riverbend Awareness Project, its affiliates, or its employees. It is important to note that the discussion presented is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as medical advice. Listeners are encouraged to consult with qualified healthcare professionals for any medical concerns or decisions. The Riverbend Awareness Project is a product of Riverbend Media Group.
So we get a lot of people that ask about funding to help with mitigation. I get a lot of calls that people want to know how much a mitigation system is going to cost. I don't give them an answer because it is very dependent on the structure. How big is it? How many different slabs? How many times was it added on to? Things like that. So that is definitely a professional that needs to come out and review the property to give them an idea. The state has no money to help aid in mitigation systems, but we do have links on our website that are HUD, EPA, and USDA loan programs that are, as long as the money is available, which, money is. As long as there's money available, and if they qualify, they can get a low rate loan to help with some mitigation. But on average, and this is just an average, do not quote me that this is exactly what it's going to cost, but anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 on an average size home for a mitigation system. But like I said, that can be widely different depending on what you've got going on. But it's only like $500 added cost when you're having your home built to put in a low or a passive system.
Okay.
So definitely having builders think of that. And that's such a low cost.
It really is, and not a lot of people do it.
Teton County and Blaine County do. And there are some in the Boise area, some builders that are putting in systems without being asked, which is fabulous. We just wish they would all do it. That'd be great.
I did trade work for almost a decade, and I think I saw one home in that time that was doing something for it. And another friend of mine said the same thing. He's a general contractor, and he's like, I put one in one home, and that's the only time I've ever seen it in the area.
Yeah. I think it's a lack of education about what the landscape is for radon in Idaho. People just don't realize. And so that's what is important to us, is to get that message out and hopefully change some minds and protect everybody.
Because if you can start with that minimal cost when you're building all these homes or townhouses or living spaces, then that would be pretty cool.
That would be very nice. And, as a homeowner, putting in a system, if I was having a home built, I would like whatever company I was using, the builder, to ask me, hey, do you know about this? This is the added cost. It's much cheaper versus if we do find it after the fact, then putting one in later.
Yeah.
So
giving that option. Definitely. I feel like we covered everything. Was there anything else that we haven't talked, that you didn't cover?
I just wanted to mention, it's not just our homes that we need to worry about. So our children, our sensitive population, they inhale a lot more, just air in general, for their body size compared to an adult. And, if they're in a home growing up that has high radon and nobody knows it, they're exposed, just for generalistic, if somebody lives in a home their whole life and, they don't move out till they're 18, that was 18 years of exposure at their most vulnerable time. We also have, we set aside free radon test kits, even when they're not available to the general population. We have a few that we set aside for daycares, so that daycares can test their, whether it's in a home or a building. We wanted to make sure that those were available to them at any time. So,
do schools ever test?
They do. They're not required to. We don't get notified if they have tested. Like I said, I get a result and I don't know what the connection is. So we do have some schools that test. Some of them do come back high and everybody freaks out, as they should. But, it's super simple remediation or mitigation, I should say. With a big building, you have big HVAC systems, and sometimes it's just a simple tweak of their airflow in the building, maybe leaving it on over the weekend instead of shutting it off. I was in a building where I tested and it was high, and all they had to do was just leave it on their HVAC system over the weekend to maintain the levels being low. So it is a simple, solvable situation if you have high radon, whether that's messing with an HVAC system or putting in a mitigation system. It's much cheaper to do that than to, 20 years down the road get lung cancer and then have to foot that bill. So
and that, even if it costs some money for the mitigation system, sounds like far more enjoyable experience than the alternative. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about, or something you really like? I wish people knew this.
A lot of people in Idaho want to do it themselves, and we do have guidance on our website for them to do that, kind of walk them through, sealing up cracks and sealing around piping that's coming in, things like that. So there are things you can do to help. I did want to say that for those that are parents of kids between 9 and 14, we have a radon poster contest that we host. We are a part of the Northwest Radon Coalition, and we partner with Oregon and Washington to hold this 3-state-wide poster contest. So we're really excited about it. We encourage teachers to present material and encourage them to have, all their students participate, but they don't have to be in a classroom setting to participate. Again, on our website, there is a link to upload a poster, all the criteria that are needed, and the first place winner wins $100. Second place is $75 and $50 for third place. And then we have a regional winner, so between Oregon, Washington, and Idaho, and that's another $300. And we send our winners to the national contest, and the money for that is much more. So
that's cool.
We encourage some participation.
Yeah.
Every year it gets a little bit better. So we're excited this year. It starts in January 1st through the end of February. Have the kids put together a radon poster and submit it, and so
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're really excited, and it was one of our Oregon winners. I believe won national last year. I think. I don't know. The years blended together. But I just want everybody to know that radon is common, and it is here, whether you can see it, taste it, or smell it, which you can't. It should be a concern. I know that family is important for everybody, and if you have small kids or you've been living in a home for a long time, or I should just say anybody should test their home.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, did I miss anything?
No, every time I went to add something in, and you covered it. So
well, good. We don't want to miss,
good.
We don't want to miss any information for the listeners.
I think we're good.
Awesome.
Do you guys have any other questions?
No, I was trying to look at my list. I'm like, I think you.
I feel like you've covered everything very well.
Yeah, no. And some things we didn't think about. So I think it's cool that there's a national radon poster. It just shows, it's important because you're trying to share that knowledge with kids so that they can have a little understanding, a basic understanding of what it is.
Right.
At a young age. So
at a young age, and then they grow up and rent and buy houses, things like that, and that should hopefully exposing them to this potential issue makes them think about testing their homes moving forward and knowing that it exists.
And we'll make sure to get those links and resources from you so that we can share those. But yeah, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your knowledge. And
Yeah, thank you.
I learned all the things today about radon.
If anybody has any questions that's listening, feel free to reach out to us, again, on radonidaho.org. Our phone number is on there. We have a hotline that I answer. So if you call, leave a message, and I will get back to you to answer any of your questions or help you find resources that you might need.
Is that website up all year round?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, is it just for January or is it all year round? Okay,
it's up year round. We have sites specific to the poster contest that aren't up year round, but
makes sense.
the general information we have year round in reference to radon because it is a year round issue.
Yeah.
So
We're talking about it in January, but you should know about it all year long.
all year long.
Yeah. Well, if you got all your bases covered, everything you wanted to share shared, that's
I
great.
think so, yeah. Yeah, if you smoke.
Well, I had two quick questions.
Yes,
So when is this going to air in January, or you guys don't have a date set for that yet?
It will air January 1st.
Oh, beautiful.
January 1st?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Beginning of
Okay.
Radon Action Month. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's why we record it now so that we can get it, edited and then chop out my ums because I say them too often. But
Same. I hope I didn't do it too many times.
you did great.
Is there a certain time it's released, or?
I think we have it set for 5 a.m. That's
All right.
random, but it's just so it's early and out. We'll share the link with you guys too, and it goes
Yeah, I
on.
appreciate that.
We have our page. We put the video on YouTube. Our system sends it out to Spotify and Apple and Amazon and a couple other podcast platforms. So feel free to share it. Yeah, and if we might,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, if you can send that to us, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Oh, yeah.
that.
I definitely appreciate it. And if AJ approves, maybe we'll put it on our website too.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, feel free to watch it and be like, okay, yes, and share it. It's great.
Thank
And
you.
as soon as I have it edited, I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to do our little outro.
Yeah.
If we're all good, and then we should be good to go.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carolee, for coming in today, making the drive, and sharing information about this important topic of radon awareness. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having us so that we can get this message out and educate everybody and let them know that there is a risk that they can easily fix and stay safe and keep their family safe.
Thank you for listening to the Riverbend Awareness Project. You can catch episodes wherever you find podcasts or on the Riverbend Media Group podcast page.